Hey guys, I am Cinquanta Cox-Smith of www.cinquantacoxsmith.com. Smile for me. Today I am here to continue to give you Canva tutorials. As you see on the screen today, we are going to talk about how to do drop shadows, how to do drop shadows not only on words but on pictures, and how to create tabs in journals, books, or whatever you may be using it for to separate different sections in your product, whether it's a ebook or print, but just to give it a little extra flair when you are creating something in Canva. I have been asked this question before: can I create tabs in Canva to just outline different sections of a chapter book or different outlines of my journal, or to make it like a planner with tabs? I want to just show you guys quickly how to do all three of these different things. So first, for the drop shadow or shadow overlay or whatever you want to call it on pictures, you will need to go to Google and find some shadow PNGs. I already have the ones that I like to use downloaded on my computer. But if you're looking for different shadows, you can just type in shadow PNG in Google. You can look at different ones. There should be a square here that pops up that you can use, and you would just right click and then save image as, and then you would name whatever it is that you need to name it, and then download it to your computer, and then you would upload it into Canva. So I'm going to go ahead over here and create a new post. I'm just going to use Instagram post because it's a small size. This is for like any picture you may have that you might want to create a shadow on a banner, on a flyer, or just for mock-ups for certain things. You can also like get loose type mock-ups, but I am going to show you guys how I do a mock-up on my Etsy sticker packs. So I already have my sticker packs uploaded inside here, and I'm using the one with the transparent white background. And then I'm going to scroll down to where I have my drop shadow background. I have a few here that I've tested out, and by far the square that I just showed you is my favorite. So I am just going to, well, let me delete this because I think that's a picture without the background. So let me find another sticker pack that has the actual background with it here. Okay, so and now I have my sticker pack mock-up, and then I'm just going to pull the shadow out so I can get that effect, and then I'm going to size it to my picture, and then I'm going to size this side as well. And you want to do it like this and like pull it out so that you don't lose that like shape, and you don't want to lose like this little edge, this little fuzzy edge. You don't want to lose that. So it's better when you just kind of pull this side in, and then you have that shadow effect. So now you have your drop shadow here to use, and say I wanted to do like a light color background. Let's go with like this light blue. You can still see my drop shadow in the background, and that's kind of what you want. You just wanted to give that 3D effect. And if you feel like that line is too harsh, you can always go to the transparency and bring it down a little bit so it's not as harsh but still gives that 3D effect. So you still have your background. And if you anytime you want to pull this up some, that's too much for you, you can always again play around with it, but then it leaves this harsh line. So that's why I like it when it's kind of pulled out, so it has that like fuzzy edge, so it looks like undone but still very nice for this picture. And the only time I have a harsh line is pretty much on this side. And you don't really have to have that harsh line either. You can pull that out a little bit to give it some more dimension, and it's again up to you however you see fit when you are doing this. But I am okay with that blunt end because again it gives me that 3D effect that I'm looking for. So once you're done with this, of course, you would just download it and save it as a JPG. You can save it as a PNG without the transparent background. That is all up to you. You can save it as a PDF. Does not make a difference for me. All right, so that is the quick and easy how to do a drop shadow on a picture. And now I'm going to show you guys how to do a drop shadow on words. So we're just going to go ahead over to the text, and I am going to grab a font that I like. I think it's the trash can font, and I am just going to, let's see, I'm going to do my name this time and see how that one shows out, so you guys don't think, oh, you're just gonna do the word drop shadow, that's easy. No, today I'm gonna do my name. I did the drop shadow for the picture purposes, and let me make sure that's even. I don't want it to be crooked. So I'm gonna pull this up some and make it a little bit bigger. Go to my trash can font. You can use any font that you want, it's up to you. And again, it depends on the look that you're looking at. And again, if you see me have all these fonts over here that you have not seen before, make sure you go over to my Gumroad and you get the Canva custom tutorial, and it'll teach you how you can upload your own custom fonts. It'll teach you how you can create a brand and more. I'm going to change the color on this to one of my brand colors, which is this purple. I'm going to do the lighter purple, and then you're going to just hit duplicate on that, and then I'm going to do black. So I'm going to position the black to the back, and then I'm going to kind of move my purple around. And normally it goes right where you need to go. If you see too much of like a gap here between the white space and that, you can always just make this like one font down just a little tad bit smaller, and then put it back on. You can move this closer to the left, to the right, whatever way you would like to do it. But again, here I moved it down just one, like one slash. I still see a tad bit of white, so I'm going to try 182 to see what that looks like in the black. And then I am going to move my font back up. And again, I still see a little bit of white, but again, it's okay, because then I can take my purple and I can take my sizing and I can take my lettering and I can kind of like manipulate it to be smaller, to be bigger. I'm gonna go a little bit too, that's too much. Okay, so now let's play with it a little bit more and see what we come up with. It's like, it's a game. It's a game you play. Not every time it's going to be perfect. You just got to see what works for you. So I got more shadow on the outer ends than in the inside, but this makes it look like it's coming from a 3D from the outside angle to the inside. So that can be one way that you do it. But if you're not feeling that, again, you can make this a little bit bigger, and then you can push this back up again. When you're doing this, it is like you just gotta, it's like a play for play thing. You gotta figure it out. So playing around, moving it around, figuring out what works best for you, where you need to pull at, what will make this better, making it smaller, making the outside bigger. But here it looks pretty good. I got more shadow on the top and outer part. I'm going to leave it like that. But again, you play around with it until you are happy with what you have. So this is basically drop shadowing. You can do it like that. You can do it up like that. But this is how you do drop shadowing with basically the words. So we're going to go ahead and delete this. But again, you go ahead and download and save that as whatever PNG, PDF, JPEG. And now you can do the tabs one or two ways. You can go to elements, and then you can just search for the word tab, and you're going to get a few different ones here. I'm going to use this tab. I'm going to turn this around so that it is standing at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and I'm going to duplicate this and put it on the right side. I'm going to change the color to red, and I'm going to duplicate it and let me see, give you a different color. Probably just going to do black, and I'm going to move this down. So you can go and put text in these tabs like you would probably normally do on a book or something. I'm not going to change the wording because I just want you to see that you can put words inside the tabs, and I'm just going to leave the words that automatically come up when you hit text. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this one. And this is how you would do tabs. Also, you can go to elements and you can find any shape that you like, whether it be rectangle, triangle, whatever look you are going for your book. You can do these half square ovals and create them as, well, like rectangles, and these can be your tabs and you can have them there. I'm going to change that color to a bright yellow. That can be a tab as well. You can use it like that. But these are just simple ways that you can say, okay, they turn the page, the yellow tab, or you can do them all black. But this is just a way that you can create mock tabs for your journal, books, or whatever it is. We know that they won't be hanging off the book page, but it is a great supplement to do something that you would like. And of course, when you see the edges of the pages, and if you do your book in color, journal in color, planner in color, you can see the color tabs. So say you do red for January, black for February, yellow for March. You can see the tab color on the outside, and how you stagger them will basically show you and that person how they can flip to that page by just looking at the outer pages of the journal, book, or planner. So that's just another simple way that you can do and use tabs in Canva. Again, I hope this tutorial was really good for you guys. I really enjoy doing these little extra things like this in Canva. A lot of people do not know that you can do certain things like this, but this is just to show you that you can. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it out. If you do, feel free to tag me on Instagram at Cinquanta Cox-Smith. Feel free to let me know in the description box. Again, all of my Gumroad courses are on gumroad.com/Cinquanta Cox-Smith. And I am happy, again, as always, to teach you something new that you did not know before. Make sure you go back and check out all the other Canva tutorials. And until the next time, I love you more than I love this video. Peace.